Hi guys. Sorry I'm kind of late because I forgot to hit the button for start broadcast and I've been talking for the past 10 minutes and I thought I was on and I wasn't. So I have to start talking again. Repeat what I just said for the past 10 minutes. Sorry guys. Mistake. Anyway, last time I soaked at nighttime and I turned on all the lights in the kitchen and apparently it's still kind of dark. So now I'm switching to the daytime to see if it can get slightly better. And you can see I have a big window here, and I pulled out the shades and you can see the glare. I hope it's not going to affect too badly. Maybe I should turn on the light in front of me too, just in case. Hold on a second. Oh, I hope this is enough light. Okay. Oh shoot, what did I say for the past 10 minutes? Anyway, I was trying to soak the honeymoon to continue what I did before, which is the blood moon. The blood moon is very easy. It's you Google it and a whole bunch of blood moon image came up. Now the honeymoon is tricky because when you type in honeymoon, all you see is couples smooching on a beach or on some sort of vacation spot, which is totally not what I want. They call it honeymoon because of the color and because how big it is. Supposedly, honeymoon means that it's like the biggest moon and closest to the horizon. And according to the online resource, the next honeymoon will not happen in another 34 years or so. They also call it strawberry moon because it usually happens in June, which is the highest harvest season of strawberry. I think that's kind of cute. So I'm soaking the honeymoon, and this is the embed. I'm going to be putting it in there. It's yellow and white, and I made it ahead of time, a few days. I usually will make the embed maybe 1 or 2 days only. I made it a slightly way too early. In this case, I made it like Monday or Tuesday, so it's a bit hard. I hope it's not going to cause any trouble when I'm trying to cut. It only means that when I'm trying to cut this new soap, I will have to wait slightly longer, so the outside soap and the inside embed soap is slightly more equal to the hardness, and when you cut, it won't drag. I made the moon soap using this kind of bakery mold. You can find them on Amazon or any bakery store. You can see I have all sorts of white mark on it. And unfortunately, if you use to make soap, this is what's going to happen. And I wash it as much as I can, and you can't get rid of it. Fortunately, I don't bake, so these won't be eaten in any hop. And I got some honey here. This is local honey, so it's kind of dark. It's wildflower mix. And mix it with a little water so it will be easier to get in because it was really thick. This is my lye water over here. It's dark brown because I use tea, red tea. What do they call the red tea? It's spelled Rooibos. I think it's pronounced Rooibos. Did I say it right? I have no idea. Anyway, this was the spicy blend of that tea, and I really like the smell of that tea, and I think this will fit really well with it. And also, the fragrance oil, I mixed some lemon, fresh lemon, parsley, and some tea scents in there. It's very fresh type. So I got this silicone mold from Etsy, and it's made from China. And a lot of Asian people, when they make the soap, it's kind of squarish, and I don't know why this dimension, but I like the width of it because it's more skinnier, and my hand isn't big, so this is easier to hold for me, for women. Typical American is whitish and flat, and I don't like that dimension. But in order for me to get the skinny toe bar, I have to modify this. I went to the home improvement store and I got plexiglass sheets. They're pretty cheap, a few dollars a sheet, depending on how big the sheet you want. You cut them with an X-Acto and you snap it just like you would snap the glass. Be careful, it might splatter and hurt you. So If you don't know how to cut the plexiglass or the glass, don't do it. Make your husband do it or something. I did it on the 4 sides, so you can tell. Now this has a dimension of 4 inches. Hopefully I won't get that high. I really don't want the soap to be that tall either. And I had markings on it, so I know where to put my moon. Alright, I think we should start. Oh, and yeah, I need to show you the photos that I think I say I was gonna get inspired. Okay, this is the picture that I have been posting on my page. It's just a huge, big, very colorful moon, and with a forest black background. Basically, this is very black. Can you see the silhouette of the tree? Then I found this, which is interesting. You got a road in the middle, and then you got green field. You can still see the green color, and then you get black sky with a huge, big yellow moon. Then this is a picture my husband took when we went to Arizona and Utah during the conference, and we were visiting national parks. And there's not much of light pollution, and therefore you can see all the skies with the stars sparkling. Might be hard to see. You see the sky sparkling now, and that the bottom is the silhouette of black canyon. And then you got lights in the background. This one wasn't taken with any moon because I think that was the new moon season and just not in the sight. And so I'm thinking if I like this coloration better because at least it got blues, it got some light, it got some black silhouettes, and it got some clouds. And if I put a moon right there somewhere, you know, it would be good. And I was thinking that, you know, to represent the stars, I can chop out some very, really tiny little white pieces of soap bits. But it's too tedious, and I didn't have time to chop it that fine, and so I was like, oh, forget it. So then how am I going to do the sky to give it more dimension? And I was thinking, oh, I got these, you know, white mica, light gold. You can do pencil lines across like this and that and this and that to give it some interest, like, you know, see like the star rivers. That would be interesting. Okay, maybe I'll do this one. I also got pre-mixed some mica and oil already. Maybe I will drizzle some on the top just to represent like star rivers, you know. Okay. This one, my oil's over here. I did prepare slightly more than enough because it's really hard to judge. And I did my math last night. I don't know whether or not it will be correctly calculated. I weighed out how much these moon weight, and I subtracted from what I want from here. And then I added slightly more just in case, but hey, who knows, right? So here we go. I'm just going to dump the live water in there. This part is boring, I know. I hope the spicy blend of this red tea is not going to cost me a lot of trouble, because this fragrance oil does not accelerate the trace at all. And it's very well behaved, but I forgot the red tea is spiced. I also discounted the water a little bit, only because I made the embeds a bit too early. Usually if I'm doing this kind of soap, I will do it just a day or two ahead of time, so it's not too hard. What happened is, if it gets too hard, when I'm trying to cut the final soap, I have to wait longer. So the soap is firm enough that it would not destroy the shape. Well, the embed won't destroy the shape because it's hard, right? But the surrounding soap will be too soft. So, and I used the red tea, and I didn't care whether or not it's going to be too brown the color or discolor the soap, because this is a nice sky soap, and you know, I'm gonna color a really dark color anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, looks like still pretty liquidy. I did the light water very early, and also heated the oil really early to let it sit till room temperature. So it's really cool right now. I'm slow, and especially if I'm on a camera, I'm probably extra slow because I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. Okay, so it's kind of orangey right now. Oh, let me show you. I don't know if you can see. Let's see. You see? It's orange. Kind of. Like pumpkin orange. Alright, hold on a second. Let me get some buckets. On here, see my stack of buckets? I like to stack them to save me some space. I got these from Dollar Tree. They were really cheap, like $1 each. I got these beakers, and they're very useful because it can stand on high heat too. Then I got these. Brindleberry sells them too, but now you can find them from bakery store or home store. They are very easy to find. Even Amazon, I bet you can find it from Amazon. Alright, so now I'm going to start making the soap, and I guess you would rather see the soap than seeing me. So I'm going to switch the camera down. Okay, see? Hopefully. Let me put this away first. So I'll be doing the bottom silhouette, which is the black canyon. I usually mix black oxide with water. Very easily dissolved. Let's see how much I need. I used to use activated charcoal for the black, but then I found out when I put too much black, like meaning the majority of the soap is black, then it gets really drying to the skin. At least my skin doesn't like it. So then I stopped doing that, and I just start using the black oxide, which I think is quite potent. I hope this is enough. Yeah, I don't want to put any more than this. Maybe I should just leave. With the oxide of titanium dioxide, it helps a lot when you stick blend it a little bit to get it totally evenly dispersed, so you don't get the speckle light. Honey, can you please not make so much noise? There we go. Oh my god, it's still very watery. I don't know. Maybe it's a bad idea. If this is watery, and it stays this watery, I'll put some honey inside. So honey has a lot of sugar, obviously, and it will heat up the soap. I don't know when, Maybe later when it's in the mode, but in here I'll put some fragrance water inside too. Oh boy, this is very, very watery. I should have discounted the water even more. I did not know it's gonna get this watery. I thought the tea was gonna do something. Yeah, very thin. Oh. Oh. Oh well, I don't think it's gonna get any better. And gotta move on. Oof. I hope the moon won't sink down to the bottom because, oh boy, this is gonna take some time. If you hear any background noise, that's from my bird. He's flying, he's making all sorts of noise, maybe because I'm talking too much. Shh. Alright, I'm just gonna put this in the mo anyway. This one's spatula. I really admire the soap makers who can soap and toke on the video like all the time. You can't really do that. It's kind of see, I can't talk anymore. It's kind of like taking my attention away from what I'm doing. I'm not used to it, but hopefully I get better at it. Oh, I think it's starting to firm up a little. Okay, let's get this done. Sorry, I'm sniffing. Allergy attack. I took allergy medicine. I even sprayed my nose. It's not really helping much. So far, just the black. I'm wondering if it can be lower more. Would it be able to? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to reposition it so you guys can see it better. Is this better? I think that's better. Sorry, the mold is too tall. Okay, now I'm mixing this part. So I think I wanted to have lighter blue than darker blue to give different definition. This is, oh, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. This, see that? This is neon blue from TKB. I pre-mix it and put it in a jar. This is just oil and the colorant. Most of the colorant mix in the oil pretty nicely, but they don't dissolve in the oil. They're just kind of dispersible, and right after you mix it, it will just kind of sink down to the bottom. So I usually have to mix it again. I'm just gonna add in some. Ooh. Maybe I should move this away again. See that? There you go. Neon blue will brighten it up a little bit because what I'm going to add for the majority of the soap is this black blue. This is like a black oxide mixed with ultramarine blue, and it's pretty dark. I might as well just dump this whole thing in there. And the honey. No, the color is not dark enough. I usually eyeball how much color to put in here. I know it's not a good idea, but I don't mass produce anything. So obviously if you mass produce any kind of soap, you will have to write it down exactly how much you put in order to make your process more streamlined. Created a lot of bubble. I need more blue. It is really hard to judge the final color of the soap because the tea I use is kind of brown, so it makes the batter kind of brown, and most of the time the brownish color will disappear. At the same time, right now, I just have to imagine how it's going to turn out. Alright, I'll be adding more. This is just the first layer. For that, I gotta put the moon in. Oh, it's firmed up pretty well. Alright. This will be the edge piece. Yeah, it's formed up very nicely, I think. Alright. Hopefully this won't sink too much. It is a little bit difficult to put these moons in since the mold is kind of a skinny dimension. There's not much of space between The moon and the moon and the moon and the moon. Go. Hi, Sova. Stop that high-pitched noise. The last piece here doesn't have a moon. That's just going to be some sample pieces. This will be the last piece in. Oops. No, no. Ah! Eek. Okay. Not doing that. This last piece is not cooperating. Okay. Oh, great. It's just. Ugh. Okay. I think that's fine now. Alright. Here we go. Kind of a grayish blue color right now. Oh. The moon is tilting. Ugh. There we go. Oh, I really hope I have enough. Alright, I'm going to lightly tap this so it doesn't tilt the moon. You need to get rid of all the air gap in the bubble. Ah, yeah, I did. I tilted the moon. Now I need to put it back. Ugh. Come on, go back. I mean, I wish I have another mode that's column and that's like so much smaller than the typical column mode, so I can make the moon in like one long piece instead of pieces like this. It would be so much easier to embed it into the soap. And not like this. This has some gap, but when I'm cutting it, you won't be able to see the gap. I think that might be fine. Oh, huge big air bubble right there. Put more in there. So I'm shooting for more of a midnight blue instead of black sky, because I have a black silhouette on the bottom. So I don't want to have them kind of all come together the same color. I don't know if you can see a little bit. See how dark it gets now? Just the way. I'm going to put a light layer on top. And then I'll try to do the pencil line. Hopefully it works that way. If not, well, I'll find something else. Let's see. If I want a pencil line, I want it to tilt. I need to put a little something on the bottom. Oh, shit. Ugh. Here you go. Just a little thing that I use. I don't want to put too much, but I don't want to put in not enough. Then you won't see that white line effect. I gotta move fast so the powder won't stay at the same spot. You just keep on going back and forth, back and forth. The hardest area is like at the edges, I think. It's really hard to get to the edges. Like this side, for instance. I might end up making a mess on those plastic divider. We'll see. Yep, it's not doing it. Okay. Oops. Ugh. I do not know how to. Alright, I'm gonna switch it back a little bit. Let's get this corner first, and then I'll tilt it back. Yeah, this is much easier this way. It is really hard to judge what's too much, what's not enough. When it's not enough, you don't see the line when you cut it. But when it's too much, your layers will be separating, and you're just gonna have to try. I think the trick is just to let the powder kind of get wet. Like you just keep on moving around so it's thin, and you don't, if you don't think enough, just come back with the second layer. But the trick is it has to get wet. If it gets wet, then you will know that the soap will stay together. Now I have to clean this divider a little bit so this powder's everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to tilt it back. Still tilted. I'm going to add more colors, make it even darker. It's getting thicker now. I hope it doesn't get too thick that I can't really smooth it out. The problem with the live soaping is that I don't get to edit it. So, for instance, most of my soaping time is about 40 minutes. And if I videotape it and then edit, then post it on it, I will be able to fast forward some part that's boring and just show you guys the interesting part that people want to see. Okay, I don't know if I have enough to do more than how many layers. I don't think I need to be tilted anymore. When you have a pencil line, when you fill the soap on top, you have to be very careful. Otherwise, you would disturb the pencil line you just did. If you need to spread out at the top. And slow and gentle. Otherwise, you will be dragging the line. Oh, doesn't look like I have enough to do another pencil line. So Oh well, this will have to do. I'm actually very surprised on how much soap I need for this. I guess my extra is still not enough. I underestimated it. Alright, so with all the soap, then we will do the mica swirl now. I guess you can tap it a little I don't know how smooth I want my cup to be. Maybe it's not as important, since I can't make it smooth anyway. Might as well not care about it. It's not firm enough to do any peaks, but oh well. Not playing around. It's really hard to know when to stop. Alright, here is some mica oil swirl. Can you see that? I mix it with some olive oil and I use this little thing. Just so. I'm just gonna go like whatever. And I need a chocolate. Hold on a second. I think it's something blocking. Here you go. Some bubbles. I'm just gonna go very random. Okay, I should stop. I can also do some random drops. Oops, that's too big of a drop. Oh well, the drop thing didn't work. Okay. I also got these pearls. They can also be stars. Just randomly put some. I usually drop these pearls from higher up so it can attach itself into the soap. This will help it not come off when the soap is drier. Otherwise, I will have to take a skewer and personally push them in there. Alright, I think that's enough. I don't want too many either. I'm kind of anal that way. I don't want the pearl to come out, so I will personally see anything that comes out more, I will just push it in. This way, it will kind of be in the soap, so it won't fall out as easily. When it falls out, it will have a hole, and it's really ugly that way. And I have glitter. This will be one very shiny soap. Just a little bit. Alright, so now I'm done. I have to wait until it's firm enough and I'll spray some rubbing alcohol. Or I can just take a saran wrap and cover it. But I will still spray with some rubbing alcohol just in case to seal the top away from any air or water to avoid soda ash. Let me show you the top. Do you like it? Is it pretty? Alright, I'll cut it and then post the photos to my Facebook page when it's ready and then have a photo shoot. See? That's it for today. Maybe I'll have other soaping event later if you guys really like this kind of live event like you're watching the TV for entertaining. Alright, bye-bye.